In my last video, I made a very small amount of ammonium hexachloroosmate, but I also made a lot of osmium diammine hydroxide. There's actually very little information on the internet about this compound. It's brown. There's the chemical formula, how to make it. That's it. However, the focus of this video will be recovering the osmium diammine hydroxide that I left in the other vial. Just pipette some of this stuff out just to see what I got. Not to worry, there's no tetroxides. As you can see, there's a pronounced coating of osmium diammine hydroxide built up on the sides of the glass. But my plan is to dissolve it to form osmium diammine chloride, reprecipitate it, and then add it to the rest of my osmium diammine hydroxide. But first, I decided to centrifuge what I had and consolidate it. Okay, so here's what I've isolated. I'm going to mix that with some water and put it with the rest. All right, here we go. Okay, here is the other stuff that is also filled with osmium diammine hydroxide, but I'm sure you will also notice there are lots of little sparkly crystals in there as well. What they are, I don't know, but they are little needle-shaped crystals. Here I just thought I'd give you a closer look at this compound. Even though it's just a brown powder, I still think it's pretty cool that it's an osmium compound. So now, I'm going to add concentrated hydrochloric acid to this vial in hopes of dissolving the osmium diammine hydroxide and producing osmium diammine chloride. The presence of ammonia reacts with the hydrochloric acid to produce clouds of ammonium chloride. Eventually, all the osmium diammine hydroxide dissolved, and what was left I could only assume was a dark red solution of osmium diammine chloride. This, of course, is very different from the insoluble osmyl tetraamine chloride that I made in a previous video. To make sure this wasn't just a solution of sodium hexachloroosmate, I decided to add a little bit of ammonium chloride to a small sample of this solution. To my satisfaction, after the ammonium chloride dissolved, there was no evidence of any precipitate of any kind. So I started adding sodium hydroxide to the solution, and lo and behold, osmium diammine hydroxide precipitated out. I then repeated this step with the rest of the solution, precipitating osmium diammine hydroxide. I then combined them in the centrifuge to isolate it. After combining it with the rest, I now have a considerable amount of osmium diammine hydroxide, and I do believe this is a high yield recovery from my last video.